Did you know that erectile dysfunction is a common disorder of middle-aged men? It can profoundly affect their quality of life. Because too many men are suffering, I sought out exclusive, proven technology with the highest success rate in the world. At Timeless Age Medical, we offer the most successful, painless, and exclusive evidence-based treatment for ED. Our TAM high-intensity focused shockwave treatment and the P-Shot. This unique combination treatment removes built-up plaque, opens up blood supply, resulting in increased blood flow, tissue growth, and best of all, restoring sexual function. The treatment is painless and takes less than 15 minutes. End your frustration now. Call us for your free consultation.
End your frustration now. Call Timeless Age Medical today. 954-455-8400. 954-455-8400. The ultimate solution to ED. Call Timeless Age Medical today.
We talk to people about those annoying, frustrating, stubborn smile lines.
I had considered fillers in the past, but I just didn't think they were worth it.
Everyone asked why I looked tired when I wasn't.
My biggest concern was that my face wouldn't move like me.
That's why they tried 2 next-generation HA dermal fillers, Restylane Refine and Restylane Define. Designed to allow you to be your naturally expressive self. So go ahead and laugh. Smile. Smirk. Frown. Or smooch. Because maintaining your natural self-expression is worth it. Restylane Refine and Restylane Define. Worth every expression.
The latest in hair, the latest in dresses, the latest in shoes, the latest option for frown lines. Xeomin. Talk to your healthcare professional today. Xeomin incabotulinum toxin A is an FDA-approved treatment used to temporarily improve the look of moderate to severe frown lines between the eyebrows. Effects of Xeomin may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of life-threatening conditions. Don't take Xeomin if you're allergic to Xeomin, other botulinum toxins, or have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, headache, injection site pain, eyelid drooping and swelling. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle and nerve conditions, and all medicines, especially botulinum toxins, muscle relaxants, and blood thinners, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. Doses of Xeomin are not the same as other botulinum toxins. Ask your doctor about Xeomin. Xeomin, the latest option for frown lines.
Did you know that with Kybella and Cool Sculpting, we can permanently remove stubborn chin fat and contour your jawline without surgery?
So many of my patients come to me because they first start to notice that their face just looks sort of older or more tired than they feel. Every time that you frown, every time that you show concern or even squint, basically you're contracting muscles in your face. So if you start to notice those frown lines between your eyebrows and they're bothering you, then it might be worth trying Dysport.
I've been wanting to try Dysport for a while because I think the frown lines between my eyebrows make me look older, but I'm a little concerned about the procedure. Does the process hurt?
I tell my patients, Dysport basically feels like a couple of pinches. It's actually much easier to get through a procedure of Dysport than it is to have your blood drawn. The needle that people use to get their blood drawn in their arm is way bigger than that tiny little needle that I use to inject Dysport. By the time you notice the pinch, it's basically over.
I've never used Dysport, but I'd like to give it a try. My concern is this: will my face look frozen? How does the process work?
Dysport does not make your face look frozen. Dysport and the other forms of botulinum toxins, they all work the same way. They all inhibit the release or stop the release of a molecule called acetylcholine. And in doing so, they prevent your muscles from creating a frowning action. So Dysport actually just relaxes the muscles that make you look angry or tired. So you're perfectly capable of expressing your face the way that you normally would, except you just look a little bit more well-rested or refreshed.
I was just wondering how long the whole process would take.
The Dysport procedure usually takes me anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. It's truly a lunchtime procedure. As soon as you're done, you may notice these tiny little, almost mosquito bite looking blebs in the skin, and those are gone by the time that you walk out of the office. So really no one's gonna know that you had the procedure done.
I've had Dysport. I love how I look. How often do I have to do it to maintain the results?
Well, most people tend to want to repeat their Dysport procedure about every 3 to 4 months. And when they do come, the results that they get are very comparable to results that they got the first time that they got treated. I think that's what makes Dysport so amazing. It's just sort of the best version of you.
You inherit lots of traits from your family. My ancestor, Lady Beatrice, introduced the Elizabethan ruff. Great-grandfather Horatio went west during the gold rush. And Aunt Susan was a world champion. I inherited their can-do spirit and their double chin. Now I'm going to do something about it.
Kybella is the first of its kind injectable treatment that destroys fat under the chin, leaving an improved profile. Kybella is an FDA-approved non-surgical treatment for adults with a moderate amount of fullness, or a bit more. Don't receive Kybella if you have an infection in the treatment area. Kybella can cause nerve injury in the jaw, resulting in an uneven smile or facial muscle weakness and trouble swallowing. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including if you have had or plan to have surgery or cosmetic treatments on your face, neck, or chin, have had or have medical conditions in or near your neck, or have bleeding problems. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take. The most common side effects are swelling, bruising, pain, numbness, redness, and areas of hardness in the treatment area. Find a doctor at mykybella.com.
Cool Sculpting is a revolutionary, non-invasive technology developed by Harvard scientists. It's an FDA-approved procedure that targets and freezes fat cells, ultimately removing them from the body naturally. Cool Sculpting takes just 1 hour with no downtime, no surgery, and no anesthesia.
The wonderful thing about Cool Sculpting is now there's an easy way to safely target those specific areas that have always bothered us. So fat bulges in the stomach, love handles, and all those other areas that are resistant to diet and exercise can all be treated with Cool Sculpting.
One of the advantages we offer is dual sculpting. We have the ability to sculpt 2 areas at the same time, and it only takes 1 hour instead of 2. Our board-certified medical staff will evaluate each person individually in order to address their specific needs. Here at Timeless Age Medical, we believe beauty starts from the inside out.
The time has gone by so quickly. The past 18 years are a blur. And now my daughter is leaving for college. I used to love taking fun photos of me and my daughter. We took so many pictures together, but then I became a little more self-conscious. I saw changes in my face. And then I saw a doctor who specializes in aesthetic treatments. And she told me that the sagging was due to volume loss, and it was something that, it happens naturally with age. You can't cover volume loss in your cheeks with makeup. And I am not ready for surgery. Juvederm Voluma XC was used to treat the volume loss in my cheek area. And then since I had the deep parenthesis lines and other wrinkles around my mouth, my doctor treated me with Juvederm XC. Wow, I am so happy I did this. Wow, I didn't realize that your lips can thin over time too. I feel like the effects are subtle, but the differences are dramatic to me. I'll always put my daughter first, but now that she's on her own, well, now it can be about me. I am definitely not going to shy away from photos anymore. Why didn't I do this before?
How did I feel before my treatment of Dysport? I think that I would look in the mirror and I would see lines between my eyebrows and I would think that I looked mad.
I looked at a photo of myself and thought, how did those get there? Because of my career, I have to maintain a certain image. Do I think physical appearance can impact success? 100%.
So when I first started, there really weren't a lot of options for men's skin. Now the options have grown, and certainly when we're dealing with some of these strong muscular issues, Dysport can really help to soften those strong muscle expression lines. People have great results, and they're very happy with how their skin looks after the treatment.
My experience getting Dysport, remarkably good. It was very quick. It was very easy.
A couple of friends who didn't know that I was doing it said, what did you do? You look great. Within 2 days, I'm like, hey, that's not bad.
If a friend would ask me why they should do Dysport, I would say to look in the mirror and go, wow, you know what? I look good.
Hi, I'm Kristen Weinstein. I'm a cancer survivor and a mother of 3 beautiful, healthy children. My passion for functional medicine and early detection of dis-ease led me to this point. You see, health is truly your wealth. I was diagnosed with lymphoma while in nursing school. I was fortunate enough to be under the care of medical professionals that were using stem cell transplantation, a more progressive approach to treating cancer at that time. They saved my life. From that point forward, I knew I had to stay current and involved while creating a path for my future, which enabled me to treat patients preventatively. Oftentimes, we are treating the symptoms, but there is so much evidence-based research that tells us how to treat the cause of the dis-ease before the disease itself takes over. This is how and why our expansion of Timeless Age Medical was made.
A new survey finds that women across the generations experience a disconnect between how young they feel and how old they look. More than 80% of women in the survey say their faces show signs of aging. Changes in the underlying structure of the face are the main culprits in facial aging. These are the changes that cause women to look into the mirror and see an image they no longer consider youthful. You can see the effects of aging in this 50-something mother and her 20-something daughter during routine facial assessments by specialists. Notice how different areas of the face change with age because of bone loss, fat redistribution, and loss of collagen. The younger face appears almost as a single structure, with smooth facial contours and very little shadowing between the various areas of the face. With aging, changes in both surface and subsurface structures of the face cause separation of these areas. In normal ambient light, age brings undesirable shadows that appear at various locations on the face. The goal of aesthetic correction is to help individuals be the best version of themselves with a youthful, natural-looking result over time. Conversations about aging need to be more than skin deep. Talk with your trusted specialist about having a facial assessment to develop your plan for natural-looking results and a more youthful appearance. Download the Ageless Face Visualizer app from iTunes to see different Galderma treatment options for you. And join Aspire Galderma Rewards today to earn exclusive rewards, bonuses, and discounts so you can feel good about looking your best.
Hi, my name is Clint, and I'm 54 years old. I'm a personal fitness trainer. I've been working out since I was 16 years old. I'm really into physical fitness, and it's so important for my level of happiness, and that's why I've been training all these years. I have a multi-unit exercise machine, which consists of pull-ups, dips, and you could work your abdomen with it. There's something called the pump, and when you get the pump, you know you've got a good workout. I'm a competitive person by nature, and my appearance is important to me. Well, I am 54, and my wife was commenting on these crow's feet. They weren't fine lines anymore. They were deeper and more pronounced, and my crow's feet were really starting to bother me. My wife has been treated with Botox Cosmetic, and she mentioned seeing a lot more men in the waiting room at her doctor's office, so I made my appointment to learn about my treatment options. My doctor said, more men are starting to ask about Botox Cosmetic, and like I said, I'm competitive. My wife can't be the only one to benefit from the treatment of Botox Cosmetic. It was important to me that I understood how Botox Cosmetic works. My doctor explained that Botox Cosmetic works beneath the surface and addresses the underlying muscle activity that causes frown lines and crow's feet. I'm glad I went in for a Botox Cosmetic treatment. I wish I hadn't waited so long because I'm happy with my results. I was surprised the treatment was so quick. I thought it would be more involved, but it only took about 10 minutes. And I like the visible smoothing of my lines, but the results are subtle and I still have some character lines. Once again, my wife was right. I'd ask my doctor about Botox Cosmetic again.
Did you know that neurotoxins not only get rid of wrinkles, but also provide a non-surgical eye lift and treatment for clenching of the teeth and TMJ?
My frown lines had reached the point of making me look very serious. But I didn't want it to be too obvious that I'd had treatment. I wanted my frown lines smoothed, but I didn't want it to look unnatural.
People started asking me if I was okay. I mean, I'm usually a happy person, life of the party. But I knew what they meant. It was my frown lines. They made me look worried, upset. I'd wanted to do something about them for a while, but was nervous. I'd seen women who were, well, overdone.
It's always been important for me to look my best, for my job, socially. So if there's a product that can improve how I look, I'll check it out.
I have more confidence that my appearance reflects my mood, especially at work. Nobody thinks I look stressed all the time, like they did before.
I did it over lunch and I started to see results in about a week. No more angry look, just what I wanted.
I love the way I look.
How do I live my life? I strive for success every day.
The way I see it, the details make the man. So when I noticed lines between my eyebrows not reflecting who I am,
it was time to write my own rules. I chose Dysport to help smooth my frown lines. Dysport. Live above the lines.
For more real results, go to dysportformen.com. Dysport is available only by prescription to help smooth the appearance of frown lines between the eyebrows with natural-looking results. Ask your specialist for Dysport by name.
At Timeless Age Medical, our exclusive TAM high-intensity shockwave device is FDA approved and used around the globe. We've been able to successfully treat erectile dysfunction, pain management, and joint repair for athletes. This non-invasive, painless treatment has no downtime. The results produce increased blood flow, skin tightening for cellulite, collagen formation, as well as normalizing muscle tone.
Call Timeless Age Medical today, 954-455-8400.
Structure. It supports, it strengthens, it sustains. While often unseen, it's critical to the foundation of any surface. Reinforcing from deep within, structure is the inner power behind the outer expression. The appearance of youthful-looking skin relies on an elegant structural foundation, and that is the principle behind Sculptra Aesthetic. As the skin ages, it loses collagen, weakening its inner structure and lessening its ability to retain moisture and elasticity. Sculptra Aesthetic works deep within skin to stimulate collagen production, reinforcing skin structure and restoring its volume gradually over time. Younger patients often see results in a couple of months due to their ability to rebuild collagen quickly. Sculptra Aesthetic may be used in older patients as a structural foundation that specialists can build upon with lesser amounts of other fillers to achieve optimal lift and rejuvenation. Administered in a series of treatments over a few months, Sculptra Aesthetic can provide patients with a youthful-looking appearance that can last for more than 2 years. Structure provides strength, support, and resiliency. It's elegant in its function and beautiful in its elegance. Structural elegance. Restore it with Sculptra Aesthetic.
Hi, I'm Brooke and I'm 31 years old. I play the upright bass in a bunch of bands around town, do a little songwriting here and there. And I have no idea why I chose the bass. And my parents were like, why couldn't you have chosen the flute? I love the bass so much. I like to practice all the time. It doesn't feel like practicing to me. When I write the lyrics, I'll start to kind of feel it on my bass and I'll try it out and see if it fits. And when it does, it's great. Yes, I am very disciplined about my skincare. I moisturize, I use sunscreen every day. Now that I'm in my 30s, I've been noticing my crow's feet lines, and I really wanted to do something about them. You don't want the audience to be staring at your frown lines when you're playing a beautiful song. I've been making expressions like squinting and frowning for years now, and that's one of the reasons I have these lines. But Botox Cosmetic works beneath the surface and addresses one of the underlying causes of frown lines and crow's feet. Am I happy with my results? What do you think? You still look like me. That was important. Well, for me, the whole process was quick. I mean, after my treatment, I was back to my life. Eating lunch with my friends, going to my gigs. There was really minimal downtime. I enrolled in Brilliant Distinctions, the Botox Cosmetic Rewards program, and I've already earned points that I can use to save on my next treatment. None of my friends have been treated with Botox Cosmetic, but we've talked about it. So now I'm the first. And now they all want to know about my experience because they've seen the results.
How do I live my life? I strive for success every day.
The way I see it, the details make the man. So when I noticed lines between my eyebrows not reflecting who I am,
it was time to write my own rules. I chose Dysport to help smooth my frown lines. Dysport. Live above the lines.
For more real results, go to dysportformen.com. Dysport is available only by prescription to help smooth the appearance of frown lines between the eyebrows with natural-looking results. Ask your specialist for Dysport by name.
Did you know that 75% of the total healthcare costs in the United States is due to chronic conditions? The key to reversing the rapidly spreading epidemic of chronic disease is to address the underlying causes and solutions. These conditions are primarily driven by genetics, environment, and lifestyle choices. Functional medicine incorporates the latest in genetic science and systems biology. It enables us to be predictive and personalize each patient's plan, while empowering them to take an active role in their own health. At Timeless Age Medical, we truly believe your health is your wealth.
decided to get a Galderma aesthetic treatment because it was my time. I started looking in the mirror and quite couldn't figure out who was looking back at me. There was someone else that was a little older than I felt.
I was really unsatisfied with the lines that I had on my face. I felt they made me look tired all the time. And I'm getting married in June, and I just want to have the most perfect wedding pictures, and I thought that would help.
I'm 45, almost 46, and I just can't believe that I'm that old sometimes.
So I was turning 50 and recently single and wanted to feel pretty again.
I just entered my 7th decade and I was feeling really good, but noticing some fine lines.
The lines here on my face, it made me feel very drawn. My cheeks had fallen a little bit.
And I just started to notice a lot of asymmetry in my lips. So I thought, well, there's something I can do about this.
Prior to my Galderma treatment, I had a few concerns. My daughter had brought up the fact that it might not be safe.
I really didn't want to look like a duck, or I didn't want it to be noticeable.
I was really skeptical. I'm not someone that goes and does those kind of things. Galderma, to me, when I went online, was a very reputable company. They had a long reputation of working with people.
The doctor definitely squashed all my fears and made me feel very comfortable having it done.
It was a very quick procedure.
Wasn't anywhere near as painful as I thought it would be.
After 2 days, I could start seeing a difference and felt really good about it.
It was pretty minor, and it really made a big difference.
Now that I've had the Galderma procedure, I'm so much happier. Not that I wasn't happy before, but I guess I was just feeling like I was getting older. Now I feel who I am inside. I am young at heart.
I love my Galderma results. I feel like it's subtle enough that I notice the difference and it makes me feel pretty.
I feel like my lips look more even, that it took away the fine lines, and it's not just younger, it's better.
My cheekbones, they are fuller, they're more defined, and you put a little bit of blush or anything on to enhance them, and it's amazing the difference that it makes in my face.
Family members have noticed, and I've had several friends comment that they can see a difference.
Nothing was fake. Nothing looked like it had been done.
It has made me feel more confident in my life, not only with work, but in my personal life.
I would recommend it to a friend.
Be prepared to really love the way you look afterwards.
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I am so happy with the results. I'm going to be the best person that I can be and the best looking Robin that I can be on my wedding day.